Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack. This is Jthbooks. The reading is going terribly, so it's time to start a reading vlog. Like I said, it's going terribly. I'm just never picking up a book. And I find that when I do these reading vlogs, it makes me actually read, because I want to talk to you about them. So that's what we need to do, because it's not going, I'm halfway through. I'm reading this at the moment, and when I pick it up, I enjoy it. I just never am. It's been like that for the whole month. I just don't want to pick up a book. So we're going to put this aside. We're going to put this aside for a minute, and then I'm going to read the one that you voted for. So we had the choice between The Good of Small Things or whatever this is called, These Violent Delights. How can I not remember that? And I will tell you that the winner it's These Violent Delights. This one won in the vote on the community page, but when I added up all the comments as well, this one won. So let's hope I read it. I've got nothing to do today. Well, actually, I have got something to do, because my car doors won't open. Well, one, I can only get in the passenger seat. I have to give people a lift to work. I have to give my best friend a lift to work. I have to give another colleague a lift to work, and I take his 2 children to school sometimes. They're all having to climb in through the passenger seat, climb in the back. It's so embarrassing. I've phoned 3 people. No one can help me. So, yeah, I've got to try and get that sorted out today. But who knows? Who knows? But you're not here to hear about my car trouble, are you? Are you a mechanic? Can you help me? So let's start reading, but I'm going to have to phone some people. But let's start this together. Shall I remind you what it's about first? I'll remind you what it's about. Then we can start it together, and let's see. I'd like to get to 100 pages today, at least. This is much longer than I thought. 465 pages, that is going to take me a good month to read the way it's going. But let's find out. Let's find out what it's about, and let's hope it's a good start. Let's hope it's a good book, because I need a good book. Even though I didn't have really enjoyed one that I read tonight. 2, actually. When Paul enters university in early 1970s Pittsburgh, it's with the hope of moving past the recent death of his father. Sensitive, insecure, and incomprehensible to his grieving family, Paul feels isolated and alone. When he meets the worldly Julian in his freshman ethics class, Paul is immediately drawn to his classmate's effortless charms. Paul sees Julian as his sole intellectual equal, an ally against the conventional world he finds so suffocating. Paul will stop at nothing to prove himself worthy of their friendship, because with Julian life is more invigorating than Paul could ever have imagined. But as charismatic as he can choose to be, Julian is also volatile and capriciously cruel, and Paul becomes increasingly afraid that he can never live up to what Julian expects of him. As their friendship spirals into an all-consuming intimacy, they each learn the lengths to which the other will go in order to stay together, their obsession ultimately hurtling towards an act of violence. I can get that word out. We'll just say of violence. Oh, please be good. Let's just be good. The Secret History meets Lie With Me. I love Lie With Me. It's one of my favourite books. I don't know if you know that about me, but it is. So let's read it together, shall we? And I'm going to open a bit of book mail that I got because I treated myself, which I shouldn't have now because I have to pay for my car, but oh well. But let's start it together. By the time Charlie punches out, it's well after midnight, and everyone else has long since gone home. He switches off the lights and watches the long aisles cascade into darkness, then pulls the roll-up door shut behind him. When he steps out from under the awning, the rain drapes over his umbrella like a shroud. I mean, who the bloody hell's Charlie, for a start? I thought this was about Paul and Julian. But let's see. It's just a prologue. It's just a prologue. I'll be nice. And yeah, let's quickly open some book mail and then I'll get started. So I had a little treat. I think I got this from Waterstones. I know I got it from Waterstones. Well, it's all stuck. Isn't that fun? Oh, it's just going to be that kind of day. I can just feel it. It's going to be that kind of day. But we have A Woman of Pleasure by Kyoko Murata. I read Footnotes Press book recently, Mongrel by Hanako Footman. It's a brilliant book. It's going to be one of my favourites of the year. And then they bring out this new book, and I wanted to read it. It's translated by Juliet Winters Carpenter. I just wanted to read it, so I'm hoping it's going to be brilliant, like Mongrel was. But let's go do some reading and phone someone to help me with my car. So I have finished the prologue, and it made a bit more sense. Paul and Julian, they were there. That's all I'll say. Well, it seems to me like it's set in the future. It's set towards the end of the story that I'm going to now continue to read. And I swear they like kidnapped someone, but we'll see. But I'm here because I got some more book post. So shall we open it together? It's a tiny little thing. I don't know. It doesn't say where it's from. All I know is person who wrote it. It's got very nice handwriting. They've written my address, but I can't show it because it's my address. Oh, I do know what this is. It is Notice by Heather Lewis. This is the Serpent's Tail Classics edition. They're like doing their career editions. I'm moving everything because I literally bought one the other day and I got one here. So I'm sort of like I'm collecting them. I'm collecting them with these. So this is Notice. Her name is not Nina, but that's the name she uses at her local bar in the car park with her tricks when she needs to score. She doesn't really need the money, but it lays bare the truth of each loveless transaction. Still living at home, each chance encounter is a route to escape her sheltered suburban existence. One day, a man takes her home to meet his beautiful, unhappy wife, Ingrid. Nina knows she should leave, but instead is drawn deeper into their games, her suspicions of their terrible secrets mounting. Caught in a web of fear, intrigue and desire, she will soon end up in more trouble than she could ever bargain for. Yeah, it's their classics collection. They very kindly sent me this, and I'm excited to read it. I was going to say I'm going to read it soon, but we probably won't. But I'm having fun collecting these. But shall I go read now? No, I'm going to have some lunch. And then maybe I'll read with lunch. Who knows? I will say, where's that book gone that I'm reading? Seems like it's going to be quite dark, quite murdery. Not quite my thing. Okay, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a chance. Friends, it's Monday evening. I'm just here, eating my dinner. We have another HelloFresh meal. Somehow, no matter what's in it, they sort of all taste the same. No tea, no shade. Read absolutely no more of this. I thought like doing this to make me read more. Apparently not. I did have a nap. I'm just watching Reading the Past, the history channel that I like on YouTube. I'll link it down below. I love history. I'm really into history right now. That's all I want. And but I am going to read. I'm going to read in the bath. I'm going to read before I go to bed. I'm going to make sure that I do some bloody reading. I want to get to page 100 really, but it's not going to happen, is it? Not going to happen. And no one can fix my car. So no one can get in my car. So what a week. It's going to be a bad week. But it's my birthday next week. So who knows, but I'll speak to you all tomorrow when I've read some and can actually update you on the book and not just my dinner. Friends, it's Tuesday. I've just got home from work. And I didn't read anything last night. I can't. I blame you all. This is supposed to make me read better. I don't blame you. I don't mean that was nasty. But I didn't read. I didn't read a thing. Sorry, a car just went by. Another car just went by. They've resurfaced our road as well. Don't ask me why. I didn't read. I can't believe it. I'll read tonight. I make a vow to you now that by the time I speak to you tomorrow, I will have read over 100 pages. I'm laughing because I know it's not going to happen. No, it has to. I made a vow. I've got to do better. I can't believe I didn't pick it up. I just didn't pick it up. I watched the tennis and I just sat on TikTok watching a chiropractor on TikTok. I think I could be a chiropractor. I basically know what to do. So if any of you need your back cracking, just come to me because I can do it. But like 100 pages, I'll do it. I'm going to go start right now. Maybe. Yeah, no, I am. I'll do it. 100 pages. I can do it. Friends, I'm at work. I'm just about to finish, but I just want to let you know, I read 100 pages. I'll talk more about it when I got home. But I just had to let you know I did it. I read 100 pages. Every time I went to pick up my phone, every time I got distracted, I just thought of you all. And I said, I made a vow. I made a vow to my friends. So I done it. We'll talk more about the book when I get home, which I'm not enjoying that much. But we'll talk about that later. I'm home. It's like the middle of March and it's still light outside. And isn't that lovely? Isn't that really lovely? I can still see, well, not the sunshine. It's flooded here. It's really flooded. But we're not here. We're here to talk about this book. I took the what's it called? What's it called? The dust jacket. I took that off because it was annoying me. So let's talk. I got to 100 pages. I didn't think I would, did I? Well, no, I made a vow, but I had to. Well, I'll be honest, I actually read something like 6 o'clock this morning when I woke up. But we're following Paul, who is, he's awkward, he's a loner, he's insecure, he's very intelligent. He's sort of that classic character that we've sort of seen in movies before. And well, the first chapter is about his family when they're like at a party, and then the next chapter he's in college and he meets Julian, who he's seen before, but you know, they sort of talk for the first time. And a lot has happened in 100 pages. They've become sort of best friends, and they've done the deed. They've boinked. I know I said I'd stop saying that, but I can't. I'm just not feeling it. At times it's a little bit boring. I mean, both characters are very pretentious. Julian's got money and, you know, sort of think the world revolves around him. Paul is, like I said, he's intelligent and thinks that sort of makes him, you know, very well, even though he's very insecure. They're just not people I would gravitate towards. So like when I'm expected to find, what's his name? Julian attractive, I just don't, because I think, oh, he seemed a bit like a knob, to be honest. And it's, you know, they're in sort of a class that talks about, you know, it's just a bit pretentious. All of it's just a bit pretentious. I can sort of see where their love is coming from, but like right now, I'm like, I wouldn't give Julian the time of day, let alone do something bad for him. You know, I'm not going to prison for this prick. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Am I going to make another vow to get over page 200 tonight? Should I do that? Because I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to do that. But I'll do it. I'll try. So, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. And I'll be over 200 pages. 200 pages. I hope so, because it's my birthday next week. And for my birthday, I will be reading Cinema Love by Jamie Tang, which I'm very, very, very excited for. So, can't put that back probably now. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. You saw like my little nighttime routine last night with my light and just chilling, which is my favourite thing to do. Yes, Joe, 200 pages, I can do it. It's Wednesday. No, that's not true. It is Thursday. It's a bit darker today, but it's about the same time as yesterday. We're going to get a bit of rain. That's what's happening. That's why it looks so dark. But I did it. I'm over page 200. I'm at the end of part 2. And boy, oh boy, a lot has happened. It's got wild, like, so I can't hold it. I'm weak. So basically, it's not love. Basically, it's not love, it's obsession. He's obsessed, they're obsessed with each other. He says things like, oh, I want to like tear him open and trace his liver. I said before it's pretentious. I wasn't lying. I was not lying. And now well, they went on like a walk to find butterflies. I was like, finally, we're getting something sweet, something innocent. And then they went behind a tree and I said, well, here comes the hanky-panky. It wasn't. Paul beat up Julian because Julian wanted him to. And it just felt like it came out of left field, out of nowhere. I didn't get it. And then the hanky-panky happened, which, I was like, what? Like, he like beat him so he's bleeding black and blue. I didn't get it. But now Julian has gone away for the summer, back to his parents, and they're separated, and Paul has had to go rescue him, even though his parents are just like, set him up for life, basically. They don't want him to go back to the college with Paul. They want him to go to a different college, then go on to law school, medical school. I can't remember which one. I don't really care. And so Paul goes and rescues him. His dad offers Paul money to be like, leave Julian alone. And then Paul's like, I'll kill your parents for you, and we'll get away from them. And it's sort of like a joke, but sort of not. And I don't know if that's like the deed they're going to do. They're going to kill their parents, but he's already beaten the shit out of Julian. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm not loving it. I'm quite intrigued to see what sort of the crime will be and how far it will go, and whether this is what Julian does. He just uses these guys to, you know, get what he wants, and it's just like a cycle for him, or if he's actually in love with Paul, because Paul is like obsessed in love with him. I don't believe it's love. Like, they're not nice to each other. Like, what happened to niceness and decency being attractive? Like, have a laugh. They're not having a laugh. They haven't laughed once. I like to laugh. But, so, we'll try again today. We'll get over page 300. It's Friday tomorrow. We'll finish it tomorrow. And, what a book. What a book. I can't believe I'm really having to read this as much as I am. But I am. I'll do it. But, over page 300 tomorrow. Let's do it. No, today. We're gonna have to get for it. I'll finish it tomorrow. 300 today. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. And this book ain't helping. It's Friday. I'm home. I got to over page 300. And let me tell you, that was hard. That was hard going. I don't like this book. I just don't like it. Not much sort of happened really as they started part 3 until they have found like Charlie in the newspaper, and now they've decided to kill him. Not sure why, but they decided to. They sort of gone from like hitting each other to sort of planning to kill his parents. Now they're killing a random stranger, so because he's a stranger they won't get caught. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like them. I don't like it. It's going to be so hard to finish. Oh, I really thought I would love this book, but no, not at all. I just don't get it. I don't get them. I don't get why they're together. I don't get why they want to do this. Maybe I've missed something. I could have easily missed something because it's just a struggle. It's a struggle to get through. It's boring. I'm just... Sad times. Sad times. But my God. Like, I sort of just left them and they were literally like... I don't leave them. Like, I left the book. I don't want to be associated with them. They're just about to pick up Charlie. They literally like stop and say, "Hello, sir," whatever they said. I read really English, but they're American. So basically I'm caught up to the prologue where we saw the beginning of the prologue where they picked him up. Awful people. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But we are going to finish it because maybe 150 pages left. I'll try and get it done tonight and I'll speak to you tomorrow. I'm actually like dreading going to read this, but we're having a takeaway tonight because it's my birthday on Tuesday. I'm going out for dinner, so I won't be here Tuesday, but we're having a little takeaway tonight. My dad's very excited because when you have a heart attack, you have to eat sensibly after, so this is a little treat for him, so he's very, very excited. But, yeah, I'm just going to finish this terrible book. I might not finish it, like, tonight. I shouldn't have said that, but we'll catch up tomorrow. It's the morning. It's Saturday morning. Let's not comment how rough I look. My skin is very dry, it's very red. I don't know what's happening. I'm just having to deal with it. But I did finish These Violent Delights last night. And let me tell you, it was violent, but it was not delightful. I didn't like it. I've given it a 1.5 stars. Basically, towards the end, they murder Charlie because he's a veteran. They think he's done stuff in the war. They just sort of trying to prove something to each other. And then the only reason I gave it like not 1 or 1.5 was because I wanted to see if they'd get away with it. And of course, they did. Spoiler, that was a spoiler. And basically, it turns out, not it was all a game, but it was all sort of constructed by Julian, because throughout the book, they talk about this chess book, and when Julian, well, Paul almost kills Julian, and he doesn't. I even had to look it up because I couldn't quite get it. But when he doesn't, Julian disappears, they go to his apartment, and you just find this chess book open with the first move circled, and the first move shows that it was all a mistake. That's basically how it ended. So it was all set up by Julian. It was pointless. I don't think it was well written. I don't think it was... I just don't get it. I don't get it. I've sort of hate read it last night, but I did read 150 pages. That's quite good, but I wanted to get it finished. I wanted to finish my other book. So I'm just going to wrap up here. I've been quite angry about this book, to be honest. I haven't enjoyed it. They only really were like nice to each other and happy after they murdered as well. And they all sort of thought they had the murder all planned out, but they kept making mistakes. They got caught. Like, he was like, we can't kill anyway. We've got to do this. And then they like stole something from the like lab that only like a few people have access to. I'm like, come on, Paul, you're smarter than that. If you're gonna murder someone, be smarter than that. But I've been quite angry about this book. But Casey Musgraves has just released a new album, Deeper Well. You can stream it now. You can buy it now. And that has cheered me up, because she's everything. She's absolutely everything. So I am going to wrap it up here. I'm going to thank you all for voting. Again, don't look how I look. I know I look bad. Was it a success for me? No, absolutely not. Would it be one of my worst picks of the year? Yes, absolutely. When I do an unhaul next, will it be in the top of the pile? Yes, absolutely. But it's been on my TBR forever. I'm glad I read it. I don't know if you can see, it always has these I don't know what they're called, but they make the pages bloody hard to turn as well. I'm so glad I finished this book. I'm so glad. Let me know the last book you didn't like. Let me know if you like this book and I'm totally wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I often am. I'm going to thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Come on, please. And I'm going to speak to you all really, really soon.